Alright guys, I'm back with another holiday card using our Wonderland print bundle set. Now I'm only going to use the single elements in this bundle. I'm not going to use the cluster images, and I'll just be doing some plain old-fashioned stamping. So I'm going to start off by stamping this leaf cluster, and you want to make sure that you position the trio of leaves in the cluster. You want to know where it is because that's going to dictate how you stamp the poinsettia stamp. Now, in the poinsettia stamp, there's this divot or indent in the center of, there's like this mass in the center and there's a divot, and you want that divot to face to the right, and you want the trio of leaves to be in the upper left hand corner, and that's how you're going to just line these two images up. After I've stamped some of the background using these two images, I'm going to go ahead and stamp a few berry clusters. And for the berry clusters, I'll be using our soft garnet dye ink. The poinsettia was stamped in our red sangria, and then the berries were stamped in our soft garnet. And these are two of the layering inks that are part of our Ruby collection inks. So they coordinate really well together, and that's why I used those two for this project, because they kind of just go. So after I finish stamping my berries, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my holly leaves. Now the thing about this set is that we have this trio cluster of holly leaves, and I'm stamping it in our bright fern dye ink. And the set also has some individual holly leaf stamps that are smaller than the trio cluster. So I just use these two stamps to fill in some more of the white areas of my background panel. Next, I stamped some of the berries that go with the holly leaves, and honestly, I had so much fun just doing some plain old stamping for this project. Sometimes I like to take a break from coloring, and when I do that, I really just like to stamp a really nice background with inks, and it's just a lot of fun. So next I'm just going to stamp some pine cones in our Spice Chai dye ink. Now this is the darkest layered ink in our Coral Collection inks. Now it's not a dark orange. We have a Coral Cavern for that. But I thought that the contrast with deep uh, the deep brown, I guess, with the hint of warm undertones was just a great pick for the last layer in our Coral Collection layering inks. So after I stamped the pine cones, I just filled in some of the empty areas with this smaller branch stamp, and then I stamped the coordinating berries. Next, I also die cut a round circle die cut using our double stitch dies. I also took the largest die from our double stitch rectangles to add some stitching to the edges of my stamped panel. With that round die cut, I just stamped our sentiment in our noir dye ink, and I really love the sentiments in this set because they're large and they really make a nice focal point for your project without even trying. So I set my round sentiment die cut aside, and I'm just going to start wrapping some gold thread around my card. I'm going to wrap it around horizontally a few times, tape it to the back, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap it vertically so that it's going to look like a nice little present. So after I finish wrapping my panel in twine, I taped the back to secure the thread, and then I popped up my sentiment die cut right onto the face of my panel, and all that's left to do is to adhere this onto a base, and my card is now complete. I hope you all enjoyed today's project and video. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe because I update our channel on a weekly basis. So thanks so much, guys. I'll see you next time.